In this video, I'm going to take you through a step-by-step tutorial on how to create Instagram Reels. I'm also going to include some helpful tips and tricks that you can use while creating them. I have my lighting here and I also have my phone here. So for you to be able to create your reel, you want to go to the Instagram app, and there are three ways that you can be able to get to the Reels creating window. The first way is for you to tap this plus button here and then you click on Reel and you've been taken to the Reel creating window. The second way is for you to press this Reel button on your app. You click on the camera here and then it's taken us back to the Reel creating window. And the third way is for when you're in the feed, you just swipe to the left. Now we have the Reels creating window opened up again. Now we want to look at some of the tools that we have for creating the reel. So the first button here, that is the audio button. So if we had some audio saved, that is what we would use to get to the audio. I'll show you how to do that. Then the next tab here we have is a timer. So you can have your reel at 15 seconds, you can have it at 30 seconds, or you can have it at 60 seconds. That is where you get the timer at. So if I press again, you'll see it goes to 60 seconds. If I press again, it goes back to 15 seconds. And then the next button here, that is how you set the speed for how you want to record your reel. So you can record it in slow motion or you can record it at a very high speed, especially if you want to do something like a hyperlapse. The slow motion you can use especially when you want to do lip syncing for an audio. Then we have this layout button here, that is for the layout, whichever layout you want to use. And then the last button here is the timer. Let me tap on the timer. So this timer acts as a twofold timer. So the first timer here is a countdown. You can set it to 10 seconds or you can set it to 3 seconds. And this is the amount of time that will elapse before the reel starts to record. So if, for example, this is my setup, I have my phone and I have my light and then a tripod. So you see it's away from me. So if I wanted to record a reel and I'm far away, I don't want to have to stretch my hand. So that is when the timer comes into play. The second part of the timer here, that is for how long you want to record the reel. Maybe if you want the first part of your reel to be maybe that is what 4.1 seconds, so you can record it at that. You set the timer, you record that first part, you do a transition, then you do the other part. So that is how you use the timer. And then we have the effects button here. So if I click on this, you can see there's some effects that we can use. You can see there's even trending ones. Let me use this little heart. Yeah, so these are effects that you can use for your reel. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, so there's something written on the screen. Those are just filters that you can use and you can explore them. So I'm just going to click out on that and now I have no filter. And then the last button here, that is the record button. That is how we'll actually get to record our reel. So before you record your reel, you always want to maybe find some audio that you like or find some inspiration. And you get that by looking at what other people are doing with their reels. So that's what we are going to do. So I'm going to go to my reels tab here and then I'm going to look at a few reels, and if I like some audio, then I'm going to save it. Let me show you how to do that.
What's going on? Well, just a lot.
When you find a nice one, maybe like this one, you just tap on this button there and then it's going to take you to the details of the reel. So if you wanted to use this, all you have to do is to save it, and then I'm going to show you where it's been saved. So the other thing to note is that this audio has been used by 5,600 reels. So this is a really good audio to use. Why? Because your reel will not get lost with all the others. Because if you choose an audio track that has been used by too many reels, sometimes yours will just get lost in all the others. So you want to have the sweet spot at under 10K. So anything below 10K, that's a good one to use. The other thing you want to do is to remember the name so that when you go to looking for it in your saved audios, you can find it. So you can tap on other reels to see how they have used this particular audio, and then you can get some inspiration from that. So I'm going to go back now to us creating the reel. Just press on the camera button there and then we are going to click on audio so that we can look for one of my saved audios to use. So you go to where it says saved here and then I'm going to look for one that I had saved earlier. I think I can use this one. So when you tap on it, you can listen to it play here. Yeah, and then you click on done, and now we have an audio up here. You can see the audio has been selected here. So the next part that we want to do is to set our timer. So I want to have two parts of this reel. I want to have the first part up until where the person is asking what is this, and then the rest of the part where the person is saying it's an art project, you know, and then the person says I like it. So that is how I want to divide it. So I'm going to set the timer. Okay, so when the person says what's this, I think it's up until there, then I'm going to set the timer so that now we can record. So I'm just going to press on the record button now. That's the timer. Okay, so now that we are done recording that, I want us to look at what it looks like. So you press this button here. Yeah, so if you don't like it, like I don't like this one, you just delete it. So just click on discard. Now a quick tip to note here is that you want your reel to have value. And what kind of value is this? You want it to be either entertaining, educating, or even to be inspiring, or even all three. So that is what you want to do so that people can enjoy watching the reel. And then you want to remember that the first 2 seconds, maybe 2 to 5 seconds of your reel, that is when you actually get to stop the scroll. So if you don't do something that stops the scroll between 2 to 5 seconds, then people just won't watch the reel. So that is what we want to do for ours. So let's go back to recording. So let me place this one nicely there so that it can cover more of me. So I've made it a bit lower, so you can do a bit of adjustments, and it's going to take many takes for you to get that perfect one, you know, and actually improve as you continue to make them. So don't worry about it, just keep doing it. So now I want to press on the record button here. So let's see what that looks like. And now we want to record the second part. So when you're recording the second part and you want to have a transition, you have this align button here, these 2 little squares. And if I move away, you can see what it is I was doing on the last scene. So what you want to do is to align yourself to that. So normally people put an X with maybe some sellotape or, you know, some sort of sticker so that you can mark the spot you are standing in. That really helps you to get some smooth transitions. So the other thing you can do is that you can use your eyes to align. So let me see, first of all, it looks like, okay, fine. So I think I have my hands like this, and then you try to align the eyes, yeah? And then when you think you've almost got it, that is when you can now go to pressing the timer, because, you know, it's going to take some bit of time. So I want to have a quick change of clothes for this part. So now I've done a change of clothes, so now I can go to doing the aligning. So first of all, let's set the timer. We're going to set, okay, we are going to set the timer to 10 seconds, and then I can do the aligning. So let me move away a little bit, fine. Then now I can try to align. So get the hands right somewhere there. Then now we work on the eyes. So this is going to take some bit of time, so ensure you're patient when you're doing this. Okay, I think I have it. Then now I press the record. Remember, this is our timer. We only have 10 seconds to get it right. Okay, let me see. Okay, the transition is not very smooth, but we are going to use the trimming tool to make it better. So you just tap on that, then you click on the one that you want to trim. I want to trim this first one here, maybe until there. Let me trim, let me see it play together. I think this looks much better. So now we go back here, then you click on preview. Yeah, So now you can see we have a sort of transition happening here. So we're going to add some text. So your text doesn't have to be exactly what the person is saying. It can be something else. For example, if you want to educate people, I can actually give some tips on this reel. So we can say tips for your, maybe we can say 3 tips for your reels. I can enter it at there. And then if you want to change the color, you can come to this color wheel there, or sort of chart there. Then you can choose a color that you like. I can choose this this one here, so that we have it on a white background with the text as black. Then I'm going to click on done. I'm also going to position, so you just hold it and drag, and then use the blue line to show you where to put it. So you can see where the blue lines have intersected. It means that I shouldn't go anywhere below that. So I'm going to have it maybe at that. Then I'm going to set the duration for how long the text is going to last on the screen using this slider. So I'm going to put it maybe here, and then I can realign this one maybe here, and then I click on the check mark there, and then I can add some more text here. So we're going to add 3 separate texts. So we can say educate, and then we can say done, add another one. We say educate, entertain, click on done. Then we add some more text here saying inspire. So now we have 3 texts. So we want to align them nicely. So we have this one. We can start with educate. So when you're working on a text, you'll see that the highlight around it is white, so that you can tell which one you're working on. So like now the inspire is the one which is active. So we are going to have it maybe here, and then we are going to have maybe the entertain somewhere here, and then we can have educate, somewhere there. So that now we have the 3 texts. The other thing we're going to do is change this color. I'm going to change it to be that. I'm also going to change this one to be same as what I've used there, and this one too. Okay, so I think I need to move it there. I think something like that. So then we are going to click on the duration for where each text is appearing. So I want to have educate is my first text. So you just click on it and then you use the slider. So maybe we have it here. We have it appearing. We can have it appearing all the way to the end, and then you click that one. Then we have entertain. So entertain, we can have it appearing from this next section there, and then we click on the inspire. Then we have the inspire maybe happening from somewhere there. So once you're comfortable that it's okay, so let me put the volume back on so that you can listen to it.
What's this? Okay, I like it. Picasso.
Okay, so that one is okay. Then I'm going to click on next, because now I think it looks okay. So before you write your caption, you want to decide what is going to be the cover of your reel. So I'm just going to click on that, and then we can decide on the cover. So you can choose a cover from the frame of your actual video. So you can choose any of them. For example, if I wanted, I can have, maybe you can have that one. So I'm just going to click on done. The other thing you can do is that you can create a custom cover. So when you create a custom cover and you tap on that, you're going to get it from Add Gallery. And I have a full tutorial on how to make an Instagram Reels cover using Canva. You can check it out in the description down below. So I'm now going to go, can click on done. So you can either save it as a draft or you can publish it immediately. Another thing I forgot to tell you is that while we were creating the reel, let me go back. An important thing for you to do even before you go to posting is that you want to click on this save button here so that it saves to your camera roll. Why? Because Instagram sometimes has, these glitches it does, and your whole reel could disappear, and you've seen how much work it takes. So you want to ensure that you save it. So now I can go next, and then I'll add a caption, and then we can just share it out. So I've shared out my reel, and that is how to quickly create a reels on Instagram. If you want to watch the tutorial on how to create a cover for your reels, then you can check out this video here. Subscribe if you haven't. In the meantime, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.